Hello, hello.
Am I audible now? Please put one yes if I'm audible to you. Yes, okay. Okay, so now I think this is where we had left off our discussion day before yesterday, where we were trying to create an array whose dimensionality happens to be two-dimensional, correct? Whose data which you're storing is homogeneous only because ages, but 100% the array is most definitely not regular in nature, or the data is not regular in nature, it is jagged, correct? Then if in case you remember, I had shown you, if you create a regular array for data which is jagged, then there is one major disadvantage. Can you please tell me what is that disadvantage? Memory will be wasted. In simple words, memory will be wasted. Yes or no? So now the question is, how do we create an array where for the jagged data, I want to create an array and memory does not get wasted? Am I clear? Everybody should observe how to clear it. Very easy it is. First of all, start by telling new, because JVM is required, arrays are objects. Then we must be telling int, because what we are storing is ages, correct? There are two dimensions, so I will be putting two pairs of bracket. Nothing but class and students. Now tell me friends, the first dimension is classroom. That is very straightforward. How many classrooms do we have? Two classrooms. You just confidently tell two, no problem. Problem always starts from the second dimension. Confusion starts from here. So I'm putting one question mark. Now while typing, you don't type question mark. Understood? I'm just showing it so that you understand there is confusion. So what is the confusion here? What to put here? Should you put 3 or should you put 5? Because if you put 3, then memory will not be sufficient. If you put 5, you will be over allocating. Yes? So please understand, I don't want any of these two things to happen. I don't want over allocation. I don't want under allocation. I want exact allocation. Correct? So what to do is, I cannot tell anything here. If I tell 3 also problem, if I tell 5 also problem. So what to do, sir? What to do means leave it empty. Leave it empty. Sir, can I leave one dimension empty like that, sir? Yes. Then how will it work, sir? I will explain. Anyways, I'll give this a reference. I'll call it as A. What is A? A two-dimensional array of integers. This everybody knows. Am I clear? Now, next what we have to do, try to understand. In the next line, now, tell me, is my array complete or incomplete? Incomplete. Because there are two dimensions. One is class, second is students. I have only given information about class. I have not given information about students. Yes? So what I will do is, in the next two lines, I will give information about students. How, sir, you may ask? Very simple. I will tell A of 0. A of 0 means what? First class. I will tell A of 1. A of 1 means what? Second class. Now I will specifically tell Java, in the first classroom, how many students? In the second classroom, how many students? Understood? Now the question is how to type. Syntax. Very simple. I will tell assignment. I will tell new. Again I will tell int. But this time I will not put two brackets. Why, sir? Because totally how many dimensions? Two dimensions. One you have provided. One is pending. Yes? Whichever is the pending dimension, only that I will tell one pair of bracket, which is nothing but number of students. Now tell me, in the first classroom, how many students are there? 3 students. Confidently you tell 3. Am I clear? Similarly, if you understood, tell me how to type here. Assignment new. What should I tell? Int. How many brackets? Only one. Because one dimension is over, only one is pending. Am I clear? And everybody knows there are 5 students. Clear? One more way to look at this is a two-dimensional array. There are 2 rows. In every row, how many columns you didn't tell. Then in the next line you told, in the first row, how many columns? In the second row, how many columns? An array in which every row has different number of columns is only called as a jagged array. Because jagged means irregular or unequal. Am I clear? Now, you must be thinking, sir, what will the memory look like, sir, here? That is important, yes? So observe carefully. First of all, let's start with the first line. Assignment RHS new, if I tell. Obviously, JVM gets activated. It will create a brand new block of memory with an address. Correct? Okay. Now, before I show this entire RHS part to you, first only I will just assign that reference and keep it ready. That 1000 comes and it is referring to this. This will happen only last, but I am just first only showing and keeping it. Understood? Now watch it. New block of memory with an address. Int means integers. 2 pairs of bracket means first is treated as rows, second is treated as columns. Correct? Tell me how many rows? 2 rows. Split it into 2 rows. 0th row, first row. Clear to clear? Now tell me, inside every row, how many columns did you tell? No. No means it will not touch it. It will leave it as it is. Am I clear? Once RHS is over, control goes to LHS. In LHS anyways I have shown you the reference. Clear? Now focus. Control comes to next line. Assignment RHS. New. Who gets activated? JVM. Always JVM will go create a new block of memory with an address. Obviously that address will be different. I am assuming it to be 2001. Clear? Now listen, when you tell int, JVM knows what you want to store is integers. Now tell me, when creating an array, if you put only one pair of bracket, what will JVM treat it as? Columns. How many columns? 3. Split it into 3 columns, give indexes, give default value. RHS is over. Now what will happen, sir? It will take this address 2001 and give it to the LHS. Give it to the LHS. Tell me, what is there in the LHS? A of 0, which means this address is now taken and given to A of 0. Clear? Which means A of 0 is referring to this. Which means, please understand, there are 2 classrooms. First classroom has 3 students. Not one extra, not one less. Exact. Clear? If you understood this, easily you should tell me the last line. Assignment RHS new, JVM gets activated, new block of memory with an address. Only one pair of bracket means columns. How many columns? 5 columns. Split it into 5 columns, give indexes, give default values. RHS is over. What happens, sir? This address is taken and given to whom? A of 1. 2002 goes here. This is referring to this. Clear? Hence, clearly you can see this is only called as a jagged array in Java, where there are rows, but every row does not have equal columns. First row has 3 columns, second row has 5 columns. Yes? Memory is not wasted. But last time, both rows had 5 columns. Memory got wasted. Here, memory is not wasted. Clear till here, friends? I hope the visualization is clear to all of you. If it is clear to you, then my next thing is, let me see how well you have understood. So, let's take one more example. Assume, this time instead of writing one paragraph, I'll do it like this. I'll just put like this, and here in one end, let me call it as say hospital. On one more side, I'll call as departments. Yes? Let us assume the scenario is you need to store the number of doctors in each department in the hospital. Okay? And you know number of doctors, 5 doctors, 10 doctors, 20 doctors are integers only. Yes? And I think everybody knows every hospital has different departments. Orthopedics department, pediatrics department, diabetes department, oncology department. Different departments are there. Yes? So please try to understand. Let us assume there are 2 hospitals. I will write it like this. 0th hospital, 1st hospital. Okay? Let us assume in the 1st hospital there are 3 departments. 0, 1, 2. Or I can write it like this. 0 to 2. 3 departments. Understood? In the second hospital, there are 5 departments, 0 to 4. Clear? Now, tell me, you need to create an array. First of all, what is the dimensionality of this array? 2 dimensions. Hospital, department. Yes or no? Tell me, is the data you are going to store homogeneous or heterogeneous? Homogeneous, because number of doctors, all are integers. Correct? But tell me, is my data regular or jagged? Because every hospital doesn't have equal departments. Yes or no? If you tell 3, under allocation. If you tell 5, over allocation. Yes or no? Now what I want you to do is, it is just 3 lines of code that you need to write. Create a jagged array for me. All of you try in your book. Try to create a jagged array. If you create it, it means 100% you have understood. Just 3 lines of code, that's all it is. Please try it fast. Fine. Just in the interest of time, I am quickly doing it. Now, if you got confused, observe again. First of all, I will tell new because arrays are objects. Int because what I want to store is number of doctors, integers. 2 dimensions, so 2 pairs of bracket. Hospital, departments. Tell me how many hospitals are there? 2 hospitals. Confidently tell 2. Problem starts with department because every hospital does not have equal departments. Yes? So what I will do is leave it empty. Come here, I will tell assignment, give it a reference, and this is nothing but a 2-dimensional array of integers. Correct? Now this array is incomplete because only 1 dimension information you have provided. So now in the next line I will tell A of 0, which is the first hospital. Assignment, new. Tell me int. How many brackets? Only 1 because totally 2 dimensions. 1 is over, 1 is pending. Understood? And tell me how many departments are there? 3 departments. I'll duplicate this line and I will tell in the second hospital totally how many departments? 5. I think you understood. Some mistakes which probably you guys would have done is, some of you would have told int here. You would have tried to put bracket like this, you would have tried to write here. Please understand all that you should not do. Giving reference is only once. Now you are using it. You should not again tell int bracket and all. Am I clear? I hope everybody understood. Okay? Fine, sir. Next what? If you have understood this, of course, we will be writing code. But before that, I just want to also show you a 3-dimensional jagged array. Okay? See, because please understand, in 1 dimension, there is nothing called as jagged. How can it be jagged? Jagged arrays only start from 2 dimensions. Clear? Now watch it. So, if you look at this carefully, there are 3 dimensions: school, class, student. There are 2 schools. First school has 3 classrooms, second school has 2 classrooms. Next, first school, first classroom has 2 students. Next, 3 students, 3 students. Next, second school, first classroom has 2 students, second classroom has 3 students. Clearly one can see every school doesn't have equal classes. Every class does not have equal students. Regular or jagged? Jagged. Yes? Now, everybody should focus and see how I will be creating it. Okay? Now, what I'm going to be basically doing here is, I will go here and observe this carefully. First, start by telling new. Okay, observations anyways we have made. Dimensionality is 3. Data is homogeneous only, but data is not regular, it is jagged. Okay, now focus. I'll start by telling new. Okay, JVM gets activated. Next I will tell int, because what I want to store is age. 3 dimensions, so I will be putting 3 pairs of brackets. This is nothing but school, class, student. Okay. Tell me, how many schools are there? 2 schools. Yes? In every school, how many classrooms? 3? No. This is where the problem starts. Every school does not have equal classrooms. If you tell 3 also problem, if you tell 2 also problem. Yes or no? Sir, do 3 plus 2, 5. That is also problem. I hope you are able to understand. Okay? So, please try to understand. If you cannot tell anything, please leave it empty. No problem. Now, think logically. If you are not even able to speak about the number of classrooms, can you speak about number of students? No. Only if class is ready, students can be ready. Correct? So, 2 dimensions are pending. How many are pending? 2. Leave it, no issues. Give it a reference A. A is nothing but a 3-dimensional array of integers. Now see, now I will tell in 0th school, how many classrooms? In first school, how many classrooms? How? Observe carefully. How to tell 0th school? A of 0. I think you understood. How to tell first school? A of 1. Now observe. A of 0, assignment new, int. Think logically and answer. How many brackets should I put here? 2. Why 2? Please understand, those who are saying 1 are not thinking. Totally how many dimensions? 3. 1 is completed. 2 dimensions are pending. So I will put 2 pairs of brackets. Am I clear? This is class, this is students. Now tell me, 0th school, how many classrooms? 3. Now you must logically think, every classroom, does it have equal students or unequal students? Unequal, which means if you put one value here, only 2 things will happen. Over allocation, under allocation. Don't do both, leave it empty. Clear? Okay sir, next what? Assignment RHS new, int. Tell me how many brackets? 2 pairs of brackets. School is over, class is pending, student is pending. Now tell me how many classrooms? 2 classrooms. Every classroom doesn't have equal students, leave it empty. Clear? Which means if you observe carefully, first line, we gave information about school. Next 2 lines, we gave information about classrooms. Naturally, next I should give information about students. Yes? So see what I will do. 0th school, 0th class. How many students? 0th school, first class. 0th school, second class. 1, 0, 1, 1. Agreed? See. A of 0, 0. A of 0, 1. A of 0, 2. This is over. Next, A of 1, 0. A of 1, 1. This is over. Am I clear? Now observe. Only a fellow who's understood can answer. Assignment RHS new, int. Think logically and answer. How many brackets? Only 1. 2 dimensions have been completed, 1 is pending. Understood how to think? Now tell me, 0th school, 0th class. How many students? 2 students. Now confidently you tell. Similarly, assignment new, int. I will put bracket and you can see again there are 3 students. Again I will tell new, int, and there are totally 3 students. Okay sir, great. Next school. Okay, 1, 0, new int, I will tell, put 1 pair of brackets, and how many students? 2 students. Last but not the least, I will tell new int, put 1 pair of brackets, and you know there are 3 students. This is a 3-dimensional jagged array, where there are 2 blocks. First block has 3 rows, second block has 2 rows. Understood? First block, first row, 2 columns. First block, second row, 3 columns. First block, third row, 3 columns. Second block, first row, 2 columns. Second block, second row, 3 columns. Every block doesn't have equal rows. Every row doesn't have equal columns. Clear? Now, memory is what will give you absolute clarity. Now observe. Assignment RHS new. New block of memory with an address gets created by the JVM. Okay sir, next one. Next what means, before I show you the RHS, first only I'll just put this reference and keep it so that I don't have to do it later. Clear till here? Ignore that. New int, 3 pairs of brackets means blocks, rows, columns. How many blocks? 2 blocks. Split it into 2 blocks. 0th block, first block. You didn't tell how many rows, you didn't tell how many columns. It won't touch. Which means when the first line executed, Java now knows there are 2 schools. Clear? Now next line, assignment RHS new. JVM gets activated, new block of memory with an address. When you tell 2 pairs of brackets, what is this treated as? Rows and columns. How many rows? 3 rows. Split it into 3 rows. Tell me, in every row, how many columns did you tell? No, it will not touch. RHS is over. Take this address 2001 and give it to the LHS. What is there in the LHS? A of 0. 2001 will come inside A of 0. This is referring to this. So see how to see. First school has 3 classrooms. Clear till here? Next line, assignment RHS new, new block of memory with an address. Next, 2 pairs of bracket means rows and columns. You told 2, split it into 2 rows. 0, 1. You didn't tell columns, don't touch. Take the address and give it to A of 1. this is referring to this. Clear? So when my first 3 lines executed, I have created 2 schools. In first school, I have created 3 classrooms. In second school, I have created 2 classrooms. I think you understood how it is. Clear? Now observe. These lines, if you understand, 100% you would have got it. Assignment RHS new, JVM gets activated, new block of memory with an address. Am I clear? Next, only one pair of bracket means what? Columns. Split it into 2 columns. Give indexes, give default values. Clear till here? That's it. RHS is over. Take that address 3001 and give it to whom, sir? A of 0, 0. Watch it. A of 0, 0. 3001 comes here. This is referring to this. So, first school, first class, 2 students. Not one extra, not one less. Jagged. Am I clear? Next line is also very simple. Again, new block of memory with an address. Again, one pair of bracket means columns. Split it into 3 columns. Give indexes, give default values. Take address and give it to A of 0, 1. This is referring to this. Again, new block of memory with an address. Again, one pair of bracket means column. You told 3, split it into 3 columns. Give indexes, default values. Take the address, give it to A of 0, 2. This is referring to this. I think you understood. First school has 3 classrooms. First class 2 students, second class 3 students, third class 3 students. Yes? If you have understood that, I think these 2 lines are very, very simple. If anywhere you have got confused, observe this. New block of memory with an address. Next, only one pair of bracket means columns. Split it into 2 columns, give it indexes, default values. After which what happens, sir? Take that address 3004 and give it to A of 1, 0. A of 1, 0. 3004 comes here. This is referring to this. That's it. I think last line is also clear. New block of memory with an address. One pair of bracket means columns. Split it into 3 columns. Give index, default values. Take it, give it there. That is referring to this. I think everyone got it. Which means, clearly you can see, there are 2 schools. First school 3 classrooms, second school 2 classrooms, and each classroom has different number of students. You can say student, class and students, or blocks, rows and columns. Your wish. Either ways it works. Yes? If you have understood this, writing code becomes extremely easy if you have understood this. Clear till here? Okay, sir. However, now I want to see how well you guys will be able to actually, do this. So what I will do is, see here, I am just coming here now, erasing this a little bit. I am going to make this like this. 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, I am going to add one more, thing, which is, say, number of nurses. Okay, watch this. So here, please tell me, friends. Let us assume here I have 2 nurses. Here I have 6 nurses. Here I have 4 nurses. Here I have 3. Here I have 6. Okay, and here I have 4 nurses. Here I have 2 nurses. Here I have 4 nurses. So you can see, both hospitals don't have equal departments. Every department doesn't have equal nurses. Yes or no? Let us assume you want to create an array to store the salary of the nurses. Salaries are again integers. 20,000, 25,000, 18,000, like that. Am I clear? But 3-dimensional, data is homogeneous, but 100% it is not regular, it is jagged. Quickly create the array. If you create this array, 100% you have understood today's class. Okay. Done? Fine. So let me also just quickly type this out for you. If there is any confusion, please make sure you observe it and solve your confusion. So here, if I were to just quickly type this code out. So I will tell new int, put 3 pairs of brackets because it's 3 dimensions. First is my hospital. There are 2 hospitals. Every hospital doesn't have equal departments, so I can't speak about departments. If department is only not ready, I cannot speak about nurses. I will leave 2 dimensions empty. Come here, give this a reference A. A is nothing but a 3-dimensional array of integers. Next, I will now speak about the departments. So what I will tell is, in the 0th hospital, how many departments? By telling new int. Tell me how many brackets? 2 pairs of brackets. Because 1 dimension is over and most certainly 2 dimensions are pending. Tell me friends, how many departments in the first hospital? 3. I will not speak about nurses because every department doesn't have equal nurses. I will just duplicate this line and tell in the second hospital how many departments. There are a total of 5 departments. Again, I will not speak about nurses. I can't because the number of nurses are unequal. Clear till here? Next line I will come and tell, okay, now it is time to speak about nurses. So I will tell, in the first hospital, first department, how many nurses? Yes or no? I will tell new int. And please tell me how many nurses are there? 2 nurses. Duplicate this line. Second department, totally I have 6 nurses. I will again duplicate this line. Third department, I have 4 nurses. I think you understand. Next, I will tell in the second hospital, first department, how many nurses? And totally we can see there are 3. Next, I will tell second hospital, second department, there are totally 6 nurses. I think everybody got the flow. And in the third department, I have 4 nurses. Next, in the fourth department, I have 2 nurses. And in the last but not the least, fifth department, I have totally 4 nurses. I think you understood how to. Yes, any issue? Oh, sorry. Here, okay. My fault. Please forgive me. Oh, okay. Am I clear till here? Okay. I think this much is clear to each and every one of you. Yes. So I think now, given a scenario to store data, you as a programmer are able to think of how to create an array. Which will be the right array? Regular or jagged? 1-dimensional, 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional? Correct or not? I think it is clear to all of you. Now, there is, see, it is very difficult to visually show you 4-dimension, 5-dimension, 6-dimension, but concept is the same. Are you able to understand? If this much is clear to all of you, now it is my responsibility to write an end-to-end program for this and show you how to use loops for this. Only then you will be able to write code. Clear? Now, let me see how many of you will be able to help me with this code. So, first let's start with 2-dimensional array. Okay? 2-dimensional jagged array. First of all, I will tell new scanner so that I can take input from the keyboard. I will connect it to the keyboard by telling system.in. I will be giving this a reference. I will call it as scan. Naturally, scan has to be of type scan. Clear? Always when one uses scanner, in the first line of your program from java.util package, you should import scan. Sometimes you will see people put one star like this. Have you noticed this anywhere? Sir, what is the difference between the star and telling scanner? See, basically, star means all the classes that is there inside this util package, everything you bring. Understood? And there are so many classes inside that. Do you want all the classes? No. You want only a specific class called as scanner. Am I clear till here? See, just to show you, I think these are important things which you must know and you should start thinking about every day as a programmer. See, I'm just taking you to Eclipse. If you people are using Eclipse on a daily basis, you would have noticed on your left hand side of the screen, you will have something called as where you can see all your projects and your classes and all that. Yes? If you see, whenever you have created a Java project, automatically Eclipse will show you which version of Java you are using. And which version of Java am I using? 17. And it is saying JRE. JRE System Library. Understood? Now I have told you, a library is a hi-fi word for a collection of classes. What is a library? Collection of classes. Now if I go, click on this drop down, it will show me further there are so many libraries. In that, if I go to this java.base, you can see here further there are so many packages. There if I scroll down to where I have U, maybe it is not very visible to you, but I am reading it out. Can you see java.util is there. Here if I click, there are so many classes. One of these classes here only is what you are calling as your scanner class. Let me just show you scanner. Are you able to understand? So when you tell java.util.star, you are telling boss, give me all these classes. Do you want all these classes? Meaningless. There are some 100 classes. Everything will come into your program. Am I clear, friends? That is why just tell the specific name of the class. And what do you need? Scanner class. Am I clear? Okay. Fine, sir. This is also clear to us. Now if in case I just go here, observe. Now I will create my array, new int, 2-dimensional array this is. This is nothing but rows, this is nothing but columns. This is nothing but class, this is nothing but students. Now if you remember, we had just created an array where we had 2 classrooms. Every classroom had different number of students. So I will leave it empty, I'll just give it a reference, I'll call it as A. Now observe, next line. In the 0th class, how many students? I'll tell new int and I will tell 3. I'll duplicate this line. In the first classroom, I have a total of 5 students. So basically 2 classrooms. First classroom 3 students, second classroom 5 students. Just now we've created. Now observe. I want to write code. That is what I'm more interested in. So here, also just for reference, I want to show you how the memory looks like. When you tell new, everyone knows Java will now go and create a brand new block of memory with one address for me, which I'm just showing here like this. Assume the address to be 1000. After which, when I tell int, it knows integers. 2 pairs of bracket means rows, columns. If I tell 2, it will go now split it into 2 rows. 0th row, first row. Because I did not tell how many columns, it will not do any columns. It will leave it empty. Now RHS is over. It will take this address, give it to the LHS, and in the LHS I'm just creating one reference called as A. Inside A, this 1000 comes and sits. This is referring to this. After which, next line, assignment RHS new. Again JVM gets activated. It will go and create a brand new block of memory which will have an address. I am assuming the address to be some 2001. Next, int means integers. Only 1 pair of bracket means columns. Split it into 3 columns. Give indexes 0, 1, 2. Give default values, zeros. RHS is over. Take that address, give it to the LHS, and LHS is nothing but A of 0. 2001 comes here. This is referring to this. Clear? Next line, again assignment RHS new. JVM gets activated. One more brand new block of memory with an address it will create. I am assuming the address to be some 2002. Next, only 1 pair of bracket means columns. Because you told 5, split it into 5 columns. Give indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give default values, zeros. RHS is over. Take address, give it to LHS. In LHS, I will get 2002. This is referring to this. Clear till here? Okay. Now array is ready. Now what I want to ask you is, arrays and loops always are used together. Now I want to write a for loop. Think and answer. How many variables do I require? One or two? Two variables. Because I want one fellow called as I to take care of my class. I want one fellow called as J to take care of my students. I need both. So I will just go here and tell int I comma j. Clear till here? Next. Two-dimensional array means two loops. One loop for classroom. Inside classroom, one loop for students. Same thing only. Now watch it here and try to understand. Here I will tell me where should I start from? 0. Next, maximum till where should I go? Less than 2 you may say. But I have always told you this is called as hard coding, not good. In general you should write. What should you tell? Very good. In a two-dimensional array, if you want this 2 is nothing but this 2. This 2 is nothing but number of rows. How to get the number of rows? A dot length. Correct? So I will go here, remove this and replace it with A dot length. Now some of you will be like, again sir, I don't understand the use. Because if I tell 2 also same, A dot length also same. I am not finding any use. Maybe you may not find the use here. But 100% now you will agree with me how important length is. Watch it. I will go here and tell I++. One by one you go. Now see here. J is taking care of students. Now use your brains and tell me. J should start from 0. Whether it is this classroom or this classroom. J should start from 0. Agreed? But now think logically. I will go here and tell J less than. Now assume length concept was not there. Length concept did not exist. Now think and answer. What is the value you will tell here? Because if in case you tell less than 3, it will work for the first classroom. Will it work for the second classroom? No. If I tell less than 5 so that it goes till 4, it will work for the second classroom. Will it work for the first classroom? No. Understood? So when every row had equal columns, life was easy. Put one value, it will work for all rows. But when every row has unequal values, you cannot put one value there. In other words, hard coding will not work only. You can't hard code, even if you try. Agreed? So now you logically think and answer. The only way you can make this work is, Java should automatically, based on which row it is, calculate the number of columns and substitute that value here. Automatically it should do. You can't do it. Correct? If row is 0, automatically Java should calculate 3. If row is 1, automatically Java should calculate 5. And it should become less than 3, less than 5. Yes? And that, my friends, is only and only possible if you know which concept? Length concept. Correct? So think logically and answer. How to get the number of columns in a row in a two-dimensional array? A of I dot length. Very good. Yes? If I is 0, A of 0 dot length, answer will be 3. If I is 1, A of I dot length, answer will be 5. That is why I told you, extremely important. Without this, you can't even write code for two-dimensional or three-dimensional Jagged. Clear? Beauty is, this code will work for regular also, it will work for Jagged also. Correct or not? So what I will do here is, I will now go and tell this as J++. Clear? Now inside this logic is same, system.out.println. I will tell just one simple message. I will tell class, and whatever is the class value will attach I. To this I will attach student value, and student value is with what? J. Clear? Next, scan dot nextInt, because I want to take age. Whatever is scanned, I will collect it and store it in A of I, J. Which class, which student, 2 dimensions. Same as regular. Okay, sir, very good. Now, one loop for taking input. Same loop only I can use for also displaying output. Correct? Only thing is body should change. I should not be taking input. So tell me, what should I print here? A of I, j. But here also printing should happen the way I want. So some changes I should do. What is the first change? Remove ln so that it prints on the same line. Attach one space so that there is space between ages. Whenever classroom changes, take the cursor to the next line. Same thing you have done multiple times, again and again, I can't explain. Between both of these fellows, one message. System.out.println. And here I will just tell the ages are. Clear till here, friends? Again, this is the same loop which you have written for which array? Regular array. Same. But it will also work for Jagged. Clear? Now let me just show you why I am telling you it will work for Jagged. Everybody should try to focus. See here. See how beautifully they have designed Java. First of all, this is that same code. That is the array. Observe. First, I starts from 0. See friends, you can tell int I, int j here. Or you can create it outside and directly tell I and j. Both approaches work. You can create it here or you can create it outside. Your wish. Am I clear? Now observe it. I will first start. I will start from 0. Now think and answer. Is 0 less than a dot length? Tell me, what will a dot length give me? Number of rows. How many rows? 2 rows. A dot length is 2. Is 0 less than 2? Yes. Come inside. J will start from 0. Is 0 less than, observe, a of I. What is I value? 0. A of 0 dot length. A of 0 dot length. What will it give me? 3. Correctly Java will calculate 3. You don't have to do anything. 0 is less than 3. Come inside, scan and store it in A of 0, 0. Yes? Think and answer. I plus plus or J plus plus? J plus plus. Again check condition. Is 1 less than 3? Yes. Come inside, scan, store. Again J plus plus. 2 is less than 3. Come inside, scan, store. Again J plus plus. J is now 3. 3 is not less than 3. Condition fails. Control comes outside this loop. But you are inside one more loop. So what will happen? I plus plus. Is 1 less than 2? Yes. Come inside. Again J should start from 0. Now see the beauty. 0 is less than A of, what is I value now? 1. A of 1 dot length. A of 1 dot length. What is answer? 5. Correctly Java will replace 3 with 5. You don't have to bother. Clear? After which obviously 0 is less than 5, condition is true, come inside, scan and store, J plus plus, condition is true, scan and store, condition is true, scan and store, again it is true, scan and store, again it is true, scan and store, but this time when it says J plus plus, J is 5, 5 is not less than 5, come outside, I plus plus, I is 2, 2 is not less than 2, condition fails, come outside, loop stops. I hope you understand. I think everybody has got a clear picture of how loops work. Now if I just come here and I were to compile and execute this program for you, let me just first split this into 2 lines so there is no overlap. Now see here, upon compilation, no issues. Upon execution, class 0, student 0, 10. Class 0, student 1. Again I am keeping this as a reference for you. Let me just reduce the size. Okay. So you can see I am now in the second student of the first classroom. Next, I am in the third student of the first classroom. Now what should happen? Classroom should change. Correctly changed. Now first student, second student, third student, fourth student, fifth student. Now should it ask me? No. If I press enter, this is the output. Clearly you can see there are 2 rows. First row has 3 columns, second row has 5 columns. Yes or no? An array in which you have rows, but every row doesn't have equal columns is only called as jagged. Clear? Now, just watch this, just watch this. If I would have gone here now, and if I would have probably just changed this. Imagine I didn't tell this. I'll comment this, I'll comment this. Okay? Now imagine I would have gone here and told the greater of these two values. What is the greater of these two values? 5. If I tell 5, now this is a regular array. Every row has equal columns. Now the problem with this is, whether it is regular or whether it is jagged, code will still work for both. But I want you to observe the output carefully. If I go to the output, compilation no issues. If I execute, see, first student, second student, third student. Now it should stop, but it will also ask me the next student. But in the first classroom only 3 students are supposed to be there. Yes? But because memory is there, you are expected to give some value. I don't have any value to give, I'll give 0. I have no value to give, I'll give 0. Next classroom will change. Here 5 students are there. Now if I press enter, see how the array looks like. 10, 10, 10, 0, 0. Now these last 2 locations, memory is completely wasted. That is the difference between regular and jagged. I think you understood. Clear till here? So never ever make a regular array for data that is jagged. If data is jagged, even your array has to be jagged. I think everybody understood. Okay? Good. If you understood this, then very, very easily you should help me create my 3-dimensional jagged array. Quickly I am going to write code, observe. I will just go here and I will tell new int. Put 3 pairs of brackets. School, class, students. There are 2 schools, but every school doesn't have equal class. Every class doesn't have equal students. Now observe, I will come here, assignment, I will give it as A and I will give it a reference like this. Now tell me, in the 0th school, how many classrooms? 2 pairs of brackets, because one is class, one is student. Next I'll just duplicate this line, and here also I will tell it as 1. Now if you remember, there were 3 classrooms in the first school. There were 2 classrooms in the second school. Now I will come here and I will tell 0th school, first class. How many students? New int, like this. I will duplicate this line. I will now tell 2. I will duplicate this line. I will tell 3. Next I will duplicate this line. I will tell 1, 0. I will just duplicate this line and I will tell 1, 2. So basically there are 3 classrooms here. Oh sorry, 1, 1, is it correct? Okay. Sure. Any other mistake? Sorry. Here I should have put it as 0. Here I should have put it as 1. Here I should have put it as 2. Okay, sorry, my bad. Clear till here? So clearly you can see, now I need to give the student information, and if I can recollect correctly, I think there were 2 or 3 students here. 2, is it? Okay, 2 students here, 3 students, 3 students, and here I think I had 2 and 3, is it? Okay, doesn't matter, we can give any value, point as it is jagged. Okay, now I want help with respect to the loop. Tell me, int I comma j comma, what else do I need? K. Very good. Now tell me, for loop I will put. One for loop's job is to take care of the school. Inside school, one for loop's job is to take care of the class. Inside class, one for loop's job is to take care of the students. Now you should help me here. I will tell I equal to 0. Now tell me, what should I tell as the condition? I less than. Should I tell 3? Oh sorry, should I tell 2? No. Because this 2 is nothing but this 2. And what is this 2? Number of blocks. How to get number of blocks? A dot length. Yes? So I will just go here, replace it with A dot length, and I will tell I plus plus. Very good. Now tell me, j equal to 0. J less than. What to write we will see. I will just tell j plus plus. Tell me, what should I tell here? Very good. Because please understand, zeroth block, different rows, first block, different rows. A of 0 dot length will give you number of rows. A of 1 dot length will give you number of rows. So I will just go here and I will tell A of I dot length in general, because I is only taking care of blocks. Next, I will come here and please tell me what should I write here? K equal to 0. Next, K less than A of I j dot length. Very good. I j dot length. Those who are revising, easily I hope you are able to answer. And here I will tell K plus plus. That's it. Loop is ready. Now it is just a simple print statement. System.out.println, and I will tell first school. To school attach I value. To I value attach class. To class attach j value. To j value I will be attaching student. And to student value I will be attaching K. I will just split it into 2 lines. Next I will come here and tell scan dot next int. And whatever has been scanned, collect it and store it inside A of I j k, like this. Same loop what you have written for 3-dimensional regular. I will copy this exact loop as it is, paste it once more. Only body has to change. I will go here now and make it as A of I j k. Also tell me what are the small modifications I need to do. First remove ln, then attach one space. Next, when classroom changes, take cursor to the next line. Next, when school changes, take the cursor to the next line. Again, I have explained this before also. Same code. Clear till here? Now, I want everybody to once please give me full focus and listen to how this loop works. If you get this, everything will be clear. Same code is what I am just writing. And here I have my array. Observe. So first, I starts from 0. Is 0 less than A dot length? In a 3-dimensional array, A dot length will give you number of blocks. How many blocks? 2 blocks. Correctly 2 comes. 0 is less than 2, come inside. J should start from 0. Is 0 less than A of I dot length? Watch it. A of I dot length. What is it? 3. In other words, number of rows. Am I clear? 3 comes. Condition is true. Come inside. K should start from 0. Is 0 less than A of I j dot length? Watch it. A of I j dot length. What is the answer? 2. Clear? Condition is true. Come inside. Scan it. Store it. K plus plus. Condition is true. Scan it. Store it. K plus plus. Now tell me, is condition true? No. The moment condition is not true, control leaves this loop and comes out, but you are inside one more loop, j plus plus. J increments. Is condition true? Is 1 less than 3? Yes. Come inside. K will again start from 0. Now watch this carefully. Is 0 less than A of I j dot length? See here. A of I j dot length. What is the answer? 3. Correctly, Java will make it 3. I think you got it. After which, check condition is true, come inside, scan, store, K plus plus, scan it, store it, K plus plus, scan it, store it. And now when I tell K plus plus, K becomes 3, condition fails, come outside, J increments. When J increments, condition is still true, come inside, K starts from 0. Correct? Now again check, is 0 less than A of I j dot length? A of I j dot length. What is the answer? 3 only. Clear? Come inside, scan, store, K plus plus. Again come inside, scan it and store it, K plus plus. Come inside, scan and store K plus plus. And when K becomes 3, condition fails, come outside, J increments. What does J value become? 3. Condition fails. Control comes outside J loop. Now what increments? I plus plus. Yes? After that what happens, sir? Is 1 less than 2? Yes. Come inside, again j starts from 0. Is 0 less than a of I dot length? Watch it carefully. Is 0 less than a of I dot length? What is the answer? 2. Correctly it will make it. I hope you understood. After which, again k starts from 0. Is 0 less than a of I j dot length? A of I j dot length. What is the answer? 2. And scan, store k plus plus. I think now everybody got the picture. K increments, condition fails. J increments. After that, again k starts from 0. Scan it, store it, scan it, store it, scan it, store it. After which k increments, condition fails. J increments, condition fails. I increments, condition fails. Loop stops. Clear till here? Just spend 2 minutes writing this code in a piece of paper and tracing it step by step. Complete clarity you get. Am I clear, friends? That's it. So I hope all of you have understood, and see how correctly the loop is going to work if I were to execute it. Compilation, no issues. Execution, if I do, I have 10, 10, class immediately changed. Now there are, sorry, I put 0, doesn't matter. Okay, 1 second. Let me just correctly do it for you. First student, second student, class changed. First student, second student, third student, class changed. First, second, third. Now if I press enter, school changed. First student, second student, class changed. First, second, third, enter, stop. Clearly you can notice there are 2 schools. Am I clear? So here, ignore this 10. That is why we should always, put one message here. Otherwise, our output will not look clear to us. So I'll just come here and tell system.out.println, and I will just tell the ages are. Otherwise, you'll see, you'll get confused between the previous 10 and the last 10. Okay. Anyways, compilation, no issues. Execution. So 2 students, class changes. 3 students, class changes. 3 students, school changes. 2 students, class changes. 3 students, program stops. And hence you can see there are 2 schools. First school has 3 classrooms, second school has 2 classrooms. 2 students, 3 students, 3 students, 2 students, 3 students. Clear till here? That's it. So I hope arrays, end to end, all of you have been able to understand. More than this, concept wise there is nothing to learn. Now it is only logic building, how to use arrays to solve coding questions. Concept is clear till here. So see, what I have taught you for almost, I think 2.5, 3 days, I'm not sure. If I have to just encapsulate it in 5 minutes, what have I taught you? First of all, whenever you want to store a large collection of data, and the data is of the same type, everybody's CGPA in this classroom, everybody's phone number in this classroom, everybody's age in this classroom, data is of the same type, immediately don't create variables. Time gets wasted in creating, and what is even more difficult is accessing. In using one variable name, you can access everybody, and that is only called as your array. Creation is easy, accessing is easy. Correct? That is the biggest advantage of arrays. Now, depending upon the scenario, see what is the dimensionality. See whether data is homogeneous or heterogeneous. See whether it is regular or jagged. If it is regular, create a regular array, rectangular array. If it is jagged, create a jagged array. Because if you create rectangular array, memory gets wasted. And whenever you are coding in arrays, arrays means compulsorily you will have to make use of a loop, because arrays and loops go hand in hand. And next thing is, whether you are using a regular array or a jagged array, instead of hard coding values of the condition, make it a habit of using the length concept. In general, you write. The advantage about writing in general is it works for both regular as well as jagged. That is the biggest advantage. Clear till here? I think all of you have been able to understand. This is all great, but I have one last question to all of you. Let me see how many of you can answer. If somebody asks you the advantage of an array, in a second you are able to answer. You know, creation is easy, access is easy, 100 ways you have to answer. But if somebody asks you disadvantages of an array, what will you say? Friends, there are 3 disadvantages to an array. How many disadvantages? 3. These 3 disadvantages plus some interview questions that they will be asking. You know, small MCQ type questions. Valid, invalid declarations. How to create an array and give values to the array in a same line. Try to understand. You are creating an array, writing a for loop, taking input from the user, putting it inside an array. Now imagine you wanted to create an array and give values to it in one line. One line creation should happen, initialization should happen. Such questions they ask. Am I clear? This disadvantages, this valid, invalid declarations and this creation and initialization in a single line is the last part that is remaining in the arrays, which tomorrow end to end we will complete, because I don't want to start and abruptly stop. Am I clear till here? If today's class is clear to all of you, please go back home and practice. If any doubt is there, I am here, please come and ask me, okay? So please take a break and, SQL class is after or before? After, right? Okay. Come back for your SQL class. Thank you so much.